Super Typhoon CRA has unleashed its fury with sustained wind speeds of 162 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour, and gusts reaching up to 198 kilometers per hour, 120 miles per hour, positioning itself 120 kilometers southwest of the major port city of Kung as of 3 p.m., 7 p.m. GMT, according to the Central Weather Administration, CWA. Moving very slowly, the storm has delayed its landfall, increasing the potential for damage. Offices and schools across the island have been closed, and the Interior Ministry reported that approximately 10,000 people have been evacuated from high-risk areas as a precaution. Premier Cho Young-tae urged the public to stay indoors and remain vigilant during the typhoon. CRA's slow pace has heightened the risk of prolonged damage to Taiwan, particularly in the southern and eastern regions, which have been battered by continuous rainfall. All domestic flights and ferry services were canceled on Wednesday, and around 250 international flights were suspended. Nearly 40,000 troops were on standby for relief efforts, according to the Defense Ministry. In Hualien County, a 70-year-old man tragically became the storm's first fatality after falling while trimming trees. As of Wednesday, 2 people were reported missing, and 70 individuals sustained typhoon-related injuries, according to the National Fire Agency. The storm also caused power outages, leaving nearly 36,000 homes temporarily without electricity. Typhoons are a common occurrence in the region during this time of year, but recent studies show they are forming closer to coastlines, intensifying more quickly, and lasting longer over land due to climate change. In the port city of Kung, streets were eerily empty as trees bent under the force of the wind and rain. At the city's airport, staff prepared for the worst by reinforcing gates with metal bars. Tourists attempting to reschedule their flights were left stranded, with all services canceled until further notice. Powerful waves battered the coast, flooding roads near scenic areas, while authorities scrambled to distribute sandbags and clear storm drains in hopes of avoiding a repeat of the catastrophic flooding caused by Typhoon Gami just a few months earlier. In neighboring Taitung County, rivers swelled as torrential rains pummeled the area. Gami was the strongest typhoon to hit Taiwan in 8 years, leaving at least 10 people dead and hundreds more injured. Taiwan, accustomed to frequent tropical storms between July and October, is seeing the severity of these storms increase due to climate change, bringing heavier rains, flash floods, and stronger gusts. CRA also made its presence felt in the northern Philippines, where it hit a remote group of islands, cutting off power, severing communications, and damaging homes. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, at least 4 people were killed, and over 5,000 individuals were displaced due to the storm's path through Ilocos and the Cagayan Valley regions. In Taiwan's Kaohsiung City, a bustling metropolis of 2.7 million people, more than 2,500 residents were evacuated from areas prone to landslides and mudslides. The city's airport, normally filled with travelers, was deserted as flights were grounded. In Pingdong County, further south, locals hastily piled sandbags at their doorsteps to protect their homes from rising waters as streets began to flood. Officials have warned that the aftermath of CRA could be severe, as rescue operations continue and many low-lying and mountainous areas remain vulnerable to further damage. With tropical storms like CRA becoming more intense and frequent, Taiwan and its neighboring regions are bracing for the impact of climate change. Experts are urging more robust preparations to combat the increasingly destructive storms, which are predicted to continue in the coming years. As the typhoon slowly makes its way inland, emergency responders remain on high alert, ready to assist those stranded by floods, landslides, and other natural disasters brought by this unprecedented storm.